If you really think about what's happening here, is that what these dating experts do? They study on the rules of women. Why? Because they want to dominate. They want to get them. They want to have that, right? But they think that when they get them and they reach this level of having these women, they've overcome, and that women are subject to them. No, you're just better at being a woman than them now. All you're doing now is dominating her in her world. But you could still lead and be a man if you do it the proper way. Dan Bilzerian. I don't know if you know who Dan Bilzerian is, but he's probably like the woman god, the Hugh Hefner of today. He gets all these girls and knows how to do it. Well, anyway, Myron and Dan give tips on what you need to do to land a hot chick.
So a hot girl sees a guy pursuing her, and automatically, like anybody pursuing you, anybody that's working hard to get your, attention or respect or whatever, is by default beneath you, especially with hot girls. Because like the hotter the girl, the more that are pursuing her. And when you've got 10 options,
and they're ruthless too.
Yeah, when you got 10 options,
you can't make as many mistakes with a hot chick as you could with like a mid or an ugly girl. Like you make one stupid mistake with a hot girl and you're done.
Yeah, because think of a dating show. If you have 10, 20 options, you're not going to go for the first one. You're going to sit back and be like, okay, I know I can have all 20 of these. Which one do I want? And that's usually the position that a hot girl's in.
If you really think about what's happening here, is that what these dating experts do? They study. Now, this is not even a game because they talk about this in the interview. They study other pickup artists, I guess, and that's what they call them, I guess, on the rules of women. They study these rules of women. Why? Because they want to dominate. They want to get them. They want to have that, right? But they think that when they get them and they reach this level of having these women, that means that they're the dominant. Like they've overcome. They're on top. And that women are subject to them. No, you're just better at being a woman than them now. That's all it is. All you're doing now is dominating her in her world. Because even though he's dominating, he's doing everything possible to give her what she wants and what she likes and what she's into so that she can continue to praise him, but yet he's praising her. She's still God. Well, Joel, what about you? What about when you talk about the ladies all the time on your show and how to deal with dating and all that stuff? Aren't you doing the same thing? Ha ha! I'm not saying I'm better than these other guys who are doing this way. I'm just saying that I found that when trying to do those little things that they were saying, it revealed a desperate mentality. Women are just too important, and the order is not right. And then I started to realize that there's a proper way. The right situations come about. Genuine, and it's in order. But it also is still ego, right? The ego's still there, the emotions are still there, but it's different because the vehicle is still love. In the bigger picture, in the grand scheme of things, the direction is still love. That's the big difference. They think that they're being dominant and strong and tough, but they're not operating out of love. They're just operating at the same nature that the woman is operating out of. And what she needs from you is to help her get out of that nature into the light. Because that nature she's in is just all games. It's all rules. It's all who's dominant, who likes who more, it's all those tricky things. But you could still lead and be a man if you do it the proper way, which is not chasing the women.